Hey, welcome back to Monster Gaming. Back in Dominations. So I have been playing a little bit every day, a couple days, maybe not here and there, but you work on things and they take a little while, so um, just taking my time. But the biggest thing that I was trying to do since the last video was to free up all my workers. So I finished all the upgrades that I was working on before, and the two main ones are probably these. I was getting my barracks up to level 9, so those took quite a while. I also leveled up my oil refinery, which I really needed. Um, Trying to remember what else I was working on. I think I did a couple of things in the university and one or two things in the library just to keep things busy. Even while I wasn't really playing too much. Um, but I will say that once I leveled up to the Cold War age, I have been getting demolished nonstop, and I figured because a lot of my defenses are not at Cold War yet because I just leveled up. So um, actually, some of them are even lower than that for sure. So I do have to work on that. But I did want to record this video because I am thinking of changing my nation. There's nothing wrong with the French. I think they're amazing. I love the reduced time it takes to train an army. I don't battle constantly like I used to back in the day. Um, so that doesn't help me too much. I mean, it does help like if you're sitting and you want to play for like an hour and you want to get things going. Um, but I do have the video retraining, and then I also have the VIP retraining. So if I can get two battles off at a time when I want to, awesome, I'm good to go. And then I can maybe get a third one depending on how I do. You'll notice actually as well that I've been lately favoring my infantry and just swarming basically. Actually, I can train more people because they're so inexpensive, and if you spread them out, you kind of have the airplanes there to protect them. They can survive a pretty good amount of beating and then take down a bunch of stuff. You're not gonna 3, 4, 5 star any base at this point in the game, but they are enough where they can act as meat shields and really slow down the defenses while you're trying to take loot. So when I fight now, I'm 100% looking for loot. Um, so if they wipe out 30 of my guys, I can retrain them quick, depending on how much I steal. So that's basically what I've been focusing on is having a low cost troop and trying to get as much profit from it. Obviously, the planes are expensive, so I mean, you do have to have, you do suffer some stuff that's going to take you a little while, but it still works out pretty good. But like I said, I've been thinking about changing my nation, and for a couple of reasons, is I don't really use. I was using the tank for a little bit, but one, it does take up a little bit of space, not crazy. Second, they do take a pretty long time to train, and third, um, I'm not really big into this tank. I do like the heavy tank and some of the other tanks in the game, but this one goes straight for defensives versus the heavy tank goes for anything. So I found myself not really using the tanks too much because if you do take them, you got to take at least 4 to really make a big impact. And eh, I'd rather be able to attack from multiple different fronts if possible. So sometimes I've been using the archers to protect the infantry from other infantry and things like that. So I've been looking here because, like I said, a lot of the times that I'm upgrading or researching anything really takes forever. So if I know it's going to take me a few days to build something or research something, I'm not going to play constantly because I'm waiting for that to finish. But at the same time, if you're not playing, and now that I'm getting it demolished left and right, they're stealing a lot of my loot because it's kind of sitting there. I need something to improve my economy. I think my attack is fine. It's good enough. Swarming with infantry and trying to get as much loot as possible. I think that's working fine. There's no issues there. Eventually, I do want to level up my infantry even more to make them even more powerful. Um, but I think now what I really, really need is to be able to get a ton of resources. And in the last age, I was because I wasn't getting attacked so much because my base levels were pretty high and it was fine. But now I'm kind of on the bottom of this new age. So economy is what's going to slow me down in the game. So I'm looking at something that's going to help me. So the British, the longbowmen, I'm not sure if I would use them too much. Maybe a little bit as a backup to the infantry, but it increases the loot stolen during attacks 15%, which is really good. But of course, if you're not attacking all the time, that really doesn't help you too much. And I'm just going to jump out 2 seconds. I'm going to look at this. Hold on. Increased loot totaling 3%. So that's another reason why that might not be a bad choice. Is I would get the 3% from the Taj Mahal, and then I would get another 15% from the British, so 18%. So that's not bad, but you'd have to be relatively active to really benefit from that. So that is one of the ones that I was thinking about because of the economy. Really going to help my economy. The other one that I was looking at is the Japanese, which I've been before, and I really enjoyed playing with them. Town center shoots invaders. I don't pick the Japanese for that. Increases length of peace treaties, yes. I think it was like a year ago where they increased the peace treaty length. This increases 25% to all the peace treaties that are already available. That would probably add another, I'm thinking 2 to 3 hours maybe, to any of my peace treaties, which is not bad. It gives me 2 to 3 hours more to be able to collect more gold and more food from my town. And then I don't have to worry too much about getting attacked constantly. So I can't think of the math off the top of my head, but assume that every single time my peace treaty ends, they're attacking me again. Uh, it might save me, I think, in the matter of like maybe 14 days, I would probably get attacked one less time because of the length of the peace treaties. Which probably doesn't seem like much, but if they're stealing 200,000 in one thing and 200,000 another, and you save yourself that's a decent amount to be saving of your goods. I'm not putting anything in my vaults because I usually like forget. Actually, there might even be stuff in the vault right now. Now that I'm thinking about it, no, there's not. No, there's nothing in there. Technology bonus, pretty cool. So the Japanese, like I said, I played them before, and because I like playing infantry, these guys do 20% more damage. And the peace treaty is really, I'm thinking, for the defenses, and just to protect my loot or save my loot. And I like the infantry. I played them before, and when I was a little lower level, and they're strong. They can definitely do some damage. They'd actually be able to destroy those loot buildings quicker than what I'm doing now, which hopefully would mean I'd have to use less of them. So not bad, not bad for sure. The other one I was considering is the Koreans because refunds loot after being attacked, and like I said, I'm getting attacked very often. Sometimes they go and just steal a little bit of loot, but don't destroy any stars. That means that my peace treaty is shorter, and then somebody else attacks and then steals like a bunch of stuff. So it's not, the peace treaties aren't always the same. Sometimes they attack you a little bit, steal a bunch of stuff, and then they can attack you like six hours later or something like that. So I was playing the Koreans before. I do like the Hwarang. The archers hit very, very strong, but they're primarily against troops. I mean, they can do some pretty good damage against buildings, but they don't usually like run to do that. They're always looking out for troops, which is fine. So they'd be good for backup. So refunds loot after being attacked is 10%, which is not bad if you're getting attacked all the time. I would have to say that on a weekly basis now, I'm getting attacked more often than I'm attacking anybody, which is why I don't think the British would be great for me. But the Korean, even though they're archers, could be a good one. It would refund every single time. And I remember when I played with them before, if I didn't log in for 3, 4, 5 days or whatever, I would go right over here, go to my defenses, and every single one of these would say collect your loot, collect your loot, collect your loot. Uh, yeah, see, like these two attack the same day. I think these two right here attack the same day. 489,000 in food, even though I won because I had no stars taken away from me. Um, that's a lot of gold to lose. I mean, that's ridiculous. And then the next person attacked only 3 hours later. I mean, that's horrible. 10% of that would be like 48,900 on that side. So it wouldn't be as painful. So this is a really tough one. The other reason I was thinking of changing nations is also because a lot of the buildings are going to change. Now I'm in a new age. So regardless of what I choose, it's going to look different, which is exciting. The Romans was another one that I was actually highly considering for the larger army size because I love infantry. These guys have 25% more health. They're going to stay alive a lot longer, and I'm going to be able to take a lot more with me. Um, but once again, like we just talked about, I'm not attacking all the time. So this would be something that I would definitely want to attack a lot, a lot, a lot to really get a big benefit out of it. Um, I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe I'll switch now, and then maybe when I get to the next age, I'll switch again because I'll probably be in this age for quite a while. Um, I mean, nobody says you have to play the same nation constantly. Ooh, refunds loot after being attacked would be very good. I wouldn't have to attack them. Oh, the one I haven't looked at is the Germans. So the Germans are really good with the Vandal, deals 20% more damage, just like the Japanese. Teutonic Fury I really like because it gives you an additional boost, 15% for all your troops. They're probably the most attack-driven nation in the game by far. Very tactical and can definitely overwhelm because of the boosts. No real economic help at all. So I kind of feel like I want something that's slightly economical and will also help me on offense. And I don't know. I was the Japanese not that long ago, but I feel like those peace treaties really helped me before, where I could take an extra day off the game and not really be that hurt. Because by the time I came back, usually the majority of the stuff that I lost, I was recouping right from my farms and everything else. Ugh. I don't think I'm going to do Romans because they're not going to really help me on my economy. And the Koreans are also interesting. Refunds loot after being attacked. The Koreans would be really good if I decided to really not attack at all and just collect my own stuff. And then when I get attacked, get everything refunded. So the Koreans would be a very passive one for me right now. And if I chose to fight, then obviously I have a nice troop there. Let's see, the Greeks. They don't really use the tanks that much. Although I do like their buildings, and I do like the Roman buildings too. Because I really have noticed that I'm not really attacking all that much. Like I come in and I'm more focused on upgrading, uh, making my defenses stronger, making my economy and my infrastructure and my technologies. Like I've been just trying to focus so much on those things. I haven't been fighting that much. And if I were to fight, I love the infantry, and I don't know why. I think I just love swarming. I love the planes, of course, so the planes are always going to be there. Sometimes I'll switch it up, and oops, I'll send some commandos to really like get sneaky in there and kind of do like the first punch, and then bring the infantry after that to kind of start clearing stuff up. and then bring the planes to protect both of them. Like, I don't know, I just like that. Maybe I just like having a lot more units on the board instead of just having like 14 or 18 units, like things like that, or 30 units. I like having over 100 units out. I don't know. I think I'm going to go Japanese, even though I was with them before. I really think that I'm going to enjoy the peace treaties. It's just going to give me a little bit peace of mind because I'm not super, super active. And if I do decide to fight, the Bushi is going to do the extra 20% damage and just do, or, I mean, they're not Bushi now, but they're going to do some serious damage. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to swarm people. I'm going to have the infantry get as much loot as possible from me. Problem is, I know that it says mighty defenses, but on defense, having these little infantry come out when other people are attacking you with tanks and planes and everything else doesn't do all that much. The French defense is much stronger, but I really want to do the Japanese, or if I'm not doing anything. This is really difficult because on defense, if I'm not playing and I'm being attacked, it's way better to have the Hwarang defending you because they're gonna mow down so many of the infantry and different things like that, and then get refunded loot. Oh, this is a difficult one. Do I need war tactics? But on offense, I don't really need the Hwarang. Or maybe I do. Maybe I send them with the infantry. I did play with the Koreans for a very long time, and I played with the Japanese only briefly. I'm gonna go with the Japanese. I think I played with the Koreans for almost a year, almost, and I really enjoyed them. They were very powerful with their archers. The Japanese, I don't think I played as much. So I'm gonna go with the Japanese. Let's do it! Yay! Look at my buildings now and see what they look like. Oh, so cool! The little houses. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Actually, I want to look at this too because this looks different from when I had them before. Really cool. Really, really cool. All right. Sorry about that. That took forever. By the way, if you saw that I had more crowns, I did put a little bit of money in the game just so I could do this. I am a little impatient and I just, was using crowns on other things. And by the time I got here, did not have the 1,000 to do the revolution. So yeah, whatever. I like the game. Awesome game. Oh yeah, let's go real quick over here. Let's see. JSDF soldier. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome. All right. Thanks again. I'm going to enjoy playing with the Japanese for a little while. I'm going to definitely enjoy the peace treaties. Um, yeah. And I need a, oh, actually my gold and food supply is actually pretty good. 68. I need to get more oil because I need to start working on some other stuff. I desperately need more oil, so I want to work on that. But thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully have a video next week or shortly after that to highlight some of the cool stuff that I'm doing and maybe show a battle with the Japanese because this video is getting kind of long. So thanks for watching and hope to see you guys soon. Leave any comments below. And if you're in Cold War, let me know who you're using. Or if you're not in the Cold War, let me know who you're using and how you're liking the game. Thank you.